Risk begins the moment someone walks through their front door. When someone you love is being discharged from the hospital or rehab facility, everyone celebrates the same milestone. The doctor signs the paperwork, the nurse reviews instructions, and the patient hears the words they've been waiting for. You're going home. And here's the question most families and patients don't realize that they should be asking. Is home actually ready? Because the truth is, clinical care may end at discharge. However, risk begins the moment someone walks through their front door, and the numbers prove it. Nearly 1 in 5 Medicare patients are readmitted within the first 30 days of leaving the hospital. Falls are the leading cause of injury for adults over the age of 65, and many of those falls happen in the home during the first few weeks after discharge. Not because the hospital failed, not because the doctor made a mistake, it's because the home environment itself wasn't prepared for recovery. And that's the gap Handled Home Solutions was built to solve. The hidden problem no one talks about is that hospitals do a really good job at stabilizing patients. Once someone leaves the building, now the responsibility shifts to the patient themselves or their families. And families suddenly find themselves asking questions they never were trained to answer. Is the bathroom safe for my dad with limited use of his legs? Are the hidden fall risks in the hallways or bedrooms? Is lighting adequate for nighttime when Aunt Mary gets up to go to the bathroom? Is the home layout even realistic for someone who just had surgery? What about the stairs, loose rugs, door thresholds, lighting, the clutter around the house? These may seem like small details, but together they create environmental risks that lead to falls, injuries, and preventable readmissions. And here's the reality. Most homes are never evaluated before a patient returns. That means the moment a patient leaves the hospital, they're entering an environment that may not support their recovery. Hospitals stabilize the patient, but no one stabilizes the home until now. Introducing the Safe Return Home Program. Handled Home Solutions created the Safe Return Home Program to close the discharge gap between clinical care and home recovery. This is a structured non-medical transition system designed to help hospitals, patients, and families ensure that the home environment supports healing, safety, and independence. We function as a hospital-to-home stabilization partner. Our job is simple: make sure the home environment works with recovery instead of against it. Before the patient returns home, we conduct a 50-point home safety assessment. This isn't a quick glance around the house. It's a structured evaluation of the environment risks that can impact recovery. We assess things like fall risk hazards, lighting conditions, bathroom accessibility, entry and exit safety, bedroom setup, kitchen accessibility, stair and railing safety, trip hazards throughout the entire home. We also evaluate accessibility issues and mobility challenges that often emerge after surgery or illness. Then we calculate a home readiness score, giving families and care teams a clear understanding of how safe the environment is for recovery. No guesswork, no assumptions, just data and actionable insights. Once we identify risks, we stabilize the home environment. This may include installing simple but critical safety upgrades such as grab bars and safety rails, threshold ramps for safer entryways, improved lighting for nighttime navigation, clearing pathways and clutter to prevent trip hazards, repositioning furniture for mobility support, bathroom safety installations, setting up organized medication stations. These adjustments on the surface may seem small. However, research shows that minor environmental modifications can significantly reduce fall risk for seniors. Our goal is to make the home recovery ready before the patient arrives. The day someone returns home can be overwhelming. Families are juggling transportation, equipment, medications, and instructions. Handled Home Solutions helps ensure the home environment is fully prepared. We help coordinate the following: home arrival readiness, safety orientation for the patient and family, equipment placement and setup, final environmental adjustments. This gives families something incredibly valuable in a stressful moment: confidence. Instead of wondering whether the home is safe, they know it's already been evaluated and stabilized. The first 30 days after discharge are critical. It's when many complications, falls, and readmissions occur. That's why our program includes post-discharge transition monitoring. Depending on the service tier, this may include things like weekly home visits, fall risk reassessments, minor safety adjustments, environmental check-ins. Our goal during this period is to ensure that the home continues to support recovery while the patient regains strength and independence. When the hospitals partner with us, we can also provide status report to care teams helping facilities maintain visibility into the home environment during the transition period. For hospitals and rehab facilities, discharge planning is one of the most complex parts of patient care. The Safe Return Home program helps solve several key challenges: faster discharge decisions, reduced environmental risk after discharge, greater family confidence, lower likelihood of preventable readmissions, improved patient satisfaction scores, reduced liability exposure. In simple terms, this is discharge risk management for the home environment. Who benefits most from this program? The Safe Return Home program is especially valuable for patients facing elevated environmental risk. For example, patients recovering from hip replacement or joint surgery, individuals recovering from stroke, patients returning home after cardiac rehab, anyone identified as high fall risk, patients who live alone, or families where the adult children live out of state. In these situations, the home environment becomes one of the most important factors in a successful recovery. The bigger picture: America is facing a massive demographic shift. Every day, 10,000 Americans are turning 65. 10,000 a day. Nearly 90% of seniors all report that they want to age in their own homes. However, aging safely at home requires more than good intentions. It requires structure. It requires planning, environmental safety, and ongoing oversight. Handled Home Solutions was created to support that reality. We focus on non-medical drivers of health at home, the environmental and lifestyle factors that influence safety, independence, and long-term well-being. Because when the home environment is properly managed, families gain something priceless: peace of mind. If you or someone you love is preparing to leave a hospital, rehabilitation center, or skilled nursing facility, the most important question isn't simply, is she or he ready to go home? The better question is the home ready for them to go back to? Handled Home Solutions exists to make sure the answer to that question is yes. If you'd like to learn more about our Safe Return Home program, we invite you to schedule a short conversation with our team. In just a few minutes, we can help you determine whether this program can make the transition home safer, smoother, and far less stressful. Because recovery doesn't just happen in hospitals, it happens at home. And that's exactly why we help families feel handled.